Kathy Ann, she's a filmmaker. She said Pence needs to stop mansplaining, dominating, and gaslighting the women tonight. There's a lot there. You got my feelings on the mansplaining part of it, but the gaslighting is when, in effect, it's a phrase that sort of was born online because it's the idea that you go sort of so over the top with your response to somebody that it burns down the whole house. So instead of making like a cogent point, if you're arguing with somebody, instead of making like just a sensible point, you gaslight them, meaning you just say something so crazy or so over the top that you've just destroyed the whole thing. I like hanging out with conservatives. I like debating conservatives. I never find a rude conservative. It's almost impossible to find. I get nothing but love from conservatives. I spoke at Liberty University, the largest evangelical conservative Christian college in America. I wandered around campus for a couple hours, people coming up to me saying all sorts of nice things. By the way, some people did come up to me and say, I'm praying for you. And I don't know if they meant that I'm praying for you, meaning I'm trying to pray the gay away, or I'm just praying like your continued success or whatever, but it would almost be irrelevant to me. Even if someone,
I'm praying the gay away, look, that's not offensive. If they're not saying I'm gonna,
club me over the head,
we're gonna put you somewhere you shouldn't be. I'm praying for you.
That's actually a lot nicer than a progressive who will scream all day how much they love gay people and then will unleash endless hate on me because I don't bow to them. So, this is where this idea of tolerance and all of these things, I think broadly speaking, conservatives have done a really nice job in the last couple of years of cleaning up whatever those bad parts are.
Yeah, here we go. Please don't pull a Barron, he means Bishop Barron, and fail to at least hint at conversion, especially due to him being a sodomite.
Well, I suspect this person in their own belief system is probably a sinner. Right?
Yep.
Like, I don't, as long as this person is not doing something to try to legislate my life, or as long as you're not doing something to try to legislate my life, well, then you're entitled to your opinion.
Just scrolling through.
A lot of sodomite.
Yeah. There's a lot of anti-Semitism that I wasn't aware of until I said I was going to interview you. Like, people are like, there's some assholes on the internet. Life is more about legislation. We want you to go to heaven. Right.
As long as this person is not doing something to try to legislate my life.
Good. I'm glad. I'm sure Dave's glad that you want him to go to heaven.
Thank you.
And newspeak is the one I want to focus on. Instead of saying something is bad, you'll say it's ungood or double plus ungood.
Right. But so what does that sound like right now? It sounds like he, him, they, her, all of these things. So again, it's like, wow, how did he do this in 1948? In many ways, when I was rereading it, I kept thinking, man, what they needed was a Trump. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because what is Trump? He just sort of broke through all of this. Because when I was rereading it, I was like, there has to be something at the end that will kind of want us to continue, right? Especially people like us that put our thoughts out there, right? And it doesn't really give you anything. The Nazis were literally burning books. What are we doing right now? We're not burning books yet, although NPR did put out that thing about how you have to decolonize your bookshelf, which in essence is a modern book burning.
The books,
They're not going to write, burn all your books, but they will say, get rid of bad books. Yeah. 1984.
Dave, you're Jewish. I feel, as I was listening to you for the first time, I feel kind of like I bet a lot of Jews felt in Germany, where you're like, but that's so crazy. They'd never do that. And you look back now and go, all of the signs were there. They were telling you what they were going to do. How did you miss it? Am I crazy for thinking that?
It's one of those things where you start thinking it and you go, oh, could we really be there? And that's part of why it's so hard to think about it in a clear way. Could we really be there? And I actually think the answer is yes. If these people were to get the institutional power, they will do all of the things that they purport Trump to believe in and to do that he never does. Think about it this way, these people that say, okay, you can have 8-month abortions. Doesn't matter why you want an 8-month abortion, you can have an 8-month abortion. Well, now generally those are the people who also will tell you that they're for gay people. Now when science is able to actually identify the sexuality of a child, and now a Christian conservative, forget Christian conservative, and anyone
says I found out that I'm 8 months pregnant and my child is gay, but I don't want a gay child. I should be allowed to have an abortion. The lefty's going to say yes. I don't know. They're going to have to pick. Am I for gay people or am I for abortion? So you have to confront them with these ethical dilemmas, and usually you'll watch their heads explode because they're not that good at thinking these things through. Okay. Let's see. Happy birthday, Dave. Keep doing what you're doing. Love your show. Will you go on Joe Rogan's podcast? And will you have libertarian presidential VP candidate on your show before the election? Will I go on Rogan's podcast? I asked him, and our PR people asked him about a bajillion times to go on for my book. We did not get a response as far as I know, so I don't know what happened there. It's a little weird for me to say that publicly. I don't know what happened. Will I, it's all happening. It's all happening. I could probably end the live stream right there because it's all happening. Yes, there are a lot of people in full meltdown mode on the left. There's a lot of people rejoicing on the right. Everybody watching this at least can take a deep breath. The American experiment is going to continue. There's a track record of the last couple of years of saying what I thought, and usually it was pretty ahead of the curve. So this is all looking very good for Donald Trump. I've got some fancy tequila here and a nice big Death Star ice cube. And I hope you guys are drinking something or eating something good. And there is goodness here, guys. Either take that mirror and look at it and go, well, what did we do wrong here that led to this? Do that, or maybe go, maybe those guys are doing something right. And maybe you have to do a combination of those, right? Maybe you have to do both of them. And that's what a political evolution is all about. Yeah, like all of you people who have consistently gotten everything wrong, you did it again, you got it wrong again, and you losers. And now I'm gonna do this will be a little bit of a patting myself on my own back.
Samsung makes it. I visited that company in Korea.
Yeah.
Samsung
And it's ringing right now.
It is. I see. Hello? Hey, Cannon, where are you? Oh, you didn't have a game today? I got a list. You got a doubleheader this coming Saturday. How did you do? Oh, that's great. Okay, I'll be there. I love you, Cannon. Okay, talk to you tomorrow. What? What? No, what? Today? No, that's two pretty good players. Kenter Maeda can pitch it. Alex Verdugo is going to be a star. So Peterson, is there someone going from the Angels to the Red Sox? That's great, Cannon. Thank you for this, and the audience here thanks you. He says, tell him anytime. Okay, Cannon, baby, I love you. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.
Does he end up signing bills that increase the debt and the rest of it? Yeah, because the whole system is out of whack. There's no money left, and yet we keep, more stimulus. We have literally no money.
How much debt are we in right now?
Trillions and trillions of dollars, and it's going up. I think we just signed another $2.2 trillion stimulus. It's like the number. How do we get out? Well, I hate
Are we
to tell
ever going
you.
to get out of this? Or is it just you go bankrupt and you say start again?
Can I whisper how we get out? I mean, it's called war. The sad truth is it seems to me that we're in an almost unavoidable conflict with China now. They have so much of our debt that we know we can never pay it back. There's nothing, like short of like some sci-fi, we find a planet somewhere that has unobtainium like in Avatar, and we mine it and sell it to the Chinese here, although we would get in a war over who's gonna get there first. Like, there are debtors, and we've got more weapons than our debtors right now. That's, I mean, talk about a mafia move. It's like, we sort of know, we can keep borrowing from them because we got all the nukes, and you know, they've got some stuff, but you know, we've got bases everywhere. It's a seriously depressing, like unpleasant thing to think.
They got more people. Can't they just create more weapons and have more money?
They got more people. I suspect they're probably cloning people too. That's a whole other thing. I mean, we know we can clone dogs, and you know, you can clone sheep, or we can all that kind of stuff. And it's like, if we can clone dogs right now, which there's commercial cloning of dogs happening right now.
David, that sounds ridiculous.
Big L, rest in peace. Rest in peace.